9% on a certain date. What are the proceeds? You can look up proceeds.
Wait.
Silence.
All right.
So the first one is proceeds. Number 2, it's one of those where you have to figure out how much it costs. Shipping is included. You buy a living room set for $10,000. There's a trade discount of 20%. There's a shipping cost. How much does it cost altogether? That's where you got to do some discounts. You got to do shipping. Does that go on? Does it not go on?
So does it go on?
It says it in there. I'll let you know.
Okay.
When you read it, it'll tell you.
Okay.
Everything about it.
Well, you said you would.
Okay. Number 3 is about markup on the selling price. Markup on the selling price. And they want the percentage. So they want the markup on the selling price, but they want it in percentage form. Number 4 is a sinking fund amount.
Excuse me.
Okay. Number 5. It's a future value.
Okay, there's lots of future values. Is it what we just did? Or
Yes.
okay.
Okay.
The with present value, future value.
Yep.
Annuity payment times table value, stuff like that.
Okay. Number 6 is what we call graduated commission. What that basically means is if you sell between $30,000 and $50,000, you get 6%. If you sell between $50,000 and $100,000, you get 7%. If you sell between $100,000 and $200,000, you get 12%. You sold $150,000, how much commission do you get? Okay, it's what we call graduated or step commission. And read it carefully. Number 7 is one of those problems where it says, I'll just go ahead and read it to you. Jane sells 8 times as many Volvos as Melissa. If the difference of their sales is 35, how many cars did Jane sell? So it's basically an equation that you have to create and solve. This was from chapter 4. I'm sorry, chapter 5. And you got to know things like, what is 8 times as many? What does difference mean? Stuff like that. Number 8 is the same thing. In the Ryan Corporation, the first shift produced 5.5 times as many light bulbs as the second. The total light bulbs produced were 16,000. How many light bulbs were produced in the first shift? So you got to create an equation and then solve it. Chapter 5. Number 9 is you have to determine his FICA, his Medicare, using the percentage rate. So you got to remember 6.62%. You got to remember 1.45% for Medicare. What's that? 6.2% it actually says on there. And 1.45 for Medicare. Nice guy that I am. Number 10, it's one of those where you have an invoice dated May 28th, and it's got a term of 1/10, end of month. You got to tell me when it's due. It's an EOM. But remember, based upon the day, it may be the next end of the month, or it may be the month after that, depending on which day it falls on.
Is it after
26th?
Okay.
So you gotta look at that. So you gotta tell me when it's due. And remember, if it's 110, it means it's 10 days into that whatever month. So if it's the end of the next month, so forth. So be careful, be aware of that. Look that up. EOM. Number 11 is just a basic algebra problem. You got something like 20,000 times A plus 5 plus 2,000 equals 3 times 5,000 or whatever. You have to solve it. Straight equation. You get to solve for A. That was in chapter 5 or 6, I can't remember. Number 12. Is simple compound interest. Basically, she's the owner of a shop. She loans $6,000 to this person. He's going to pay 7% compounded semi-annually for 16 years. How much will she owe at the end? Something like that. So compound interest. And I would probably use the formula if it was me, because it's going to happen
16 years?
16 times. So I'd probably use the compound interest formula if it was me. Okay? Okay. Number 13 is a partial payment and adjusted balance one, and it's the banker's rule. So basically, Jim has one note for 120 days, but after 95 days, he pays $5,000. And then on 105th day, he pays another payment. What does the balance do?
So it's partial payment, balance due, and interest.
At the end of the time, yes. So. Number 14. It's an 80-day note that has a discount period of 110 or 25, whatever. And you got to tell me when the discount period is over. So how many days does it have? It has to do with the dates. You have to be able to read a discount chain and tell me when the period's end.